What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 111 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-host Nick Theories, Mikey P, and Philly Phil. Thank you to everybody that's tuned into the live stream tonight. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Mikey P, what's so funny? You good?
I love you, man. That's all.
All right.
Sharp lines, you know?
I miss it.
It's got to be that.
I looked over and I didn't see it. That's why he didn't have enough bass in his voice. He don't have the two lines. You know what I mean? I miss him.
This is wild behavior.
I love you.
We didn't even get started yet. We got wild behavior.
Oh, my God. So, we're going to get right into it, guys, because we got a game starting in 14 minutes. But episode 111 of Psychotic and Iconic, powered by Playmaker, is brought to you by PrizePicks, daily fantasy made easy. Also, we are live right now at the Props Network at propshq.com. If you haven't gone there already to subscribe to us, what are you waiting for? You're missing out on excellent football content. All right? You do not want to miss it. Tonight, we're talking about our week 4 game picks against the spread. Moneyline, you know how it is. All right? We'll sprinkle in some fantasy. If there's some props, we'll sprinkle it in. We'll see. But last but not least, guys, what are we wearing?
Fantastic fabric.
So am I.
Yeah,
you are.
nice.
Yeah, you are.
It's nice, man. So if you want some P&I merch, DM us for pricing and details. That is courtesy of IPP Pressworks, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And ladies and gentlemen, Thursday night football. Let's kick it off.
Let's fucking go.
There we go.
All right. Dolphins at Bengals. Uh-oh, the line moved again. It started at Bengals by 4. It moved to 3.5 yesterday. It is now back to Bengals -4 at home, welcoming the 3-0 Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa-led Dolphins. You heard me. 3-0. 3-0. So, guys, I'm going to go right into it. I'm going to ask you, how are you feeling about this game? We obviously know it's a statement game for both teams.
I like the Bengals tonight, both ways. I think that
Giving us the picks already.
Yeah, I start from the top.
Go ahead.
My thing with
Whoa, talk, bro.
my thing with the Bengals is I just feel like the game's more important to them. It's more desperation for them. They got the Ravens looming next week. I think they're going to be focused. It's a short turnaround for the Dolphins. They're coming off 2 back-to-back big wins, a big comeback, and then they take down the almighty Bills. I like the spot. I like the spot for the Bengals, and I hate the spot for the Dolphins. They're traveling on a short week. Just not a good spot to them.
Coming off of 90 plays on defense against the Bills.
Yeah.
I mean, that's no slouch.
Yep.
Couple of injuries. You got Waddle. You got Tua. I'm not trying to sway anybody. I'm just adding to the storyline.
I'm the same as Paul's. I'm the same as Paul's. When Vegas is giving you if Vegas is giving you 4 points to a team that's 3-0 against a team that's 1-2, I understand they're home, but they're telling you to bet the Dolphins. That's what they're telling you. So this game to me is super easy. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm taking the Bengals. I think last week was a wake-up call. I think they're going to get things back and rolling. They got the offense rocking and rolling with T. Higgins getting involved last week. Jamar Chase has been pretty. I don't know. He's been good, but
He's been quiet.
He's been quiet, yeah. But I expect him to break out as well tonight. I'm expecting a big game from Joe Burrow. I think the Bengals are winning this game, and I think they're going to win it outright.
Wow, there you go.
They're
I
home.
got some stats for you guys in case you're placing last-minute bets, okay? The Dolphins, 4th team in the last decade to be 3-0, straight up and against the spread, to be listed as an underdog in their 4th game, all right? So all the previous teams, all 3 of them, they lost this 4th game. Interesting. 55% of the public is betting on the Dolphins. All right? Secondly, I think they've gotten a little lucky. I kind of referenced it a little bit on Tuesday. I still think they're going to be in the playoff conversation, but the Ravens had a 99% win probability in week 2. Like, you witness history. That's never going to happen. You might see that once every 10 years. And then the defense playing 90 plays. They were outgained by almost 300 yards, and they won this game. How? I don't know. Go ahead.
Teams, when they were leading by 28 or more going into the fourth quarter, were 0-711
So you literally witnessed something that has never happened.
with Tua.
I'll tell you what. If the Dolphins do lose this football game, it's a good loss. Because I think you're going to have a lot of doubters in the media say, oh, hey, this is the Tua that we know, blah, blah, blah. It's just going to fit the narrative again, and I think it's going to even fire them up even more. I really like their coach, though. I think he's a solid dude.
Will they compete? Can they compete in this game? Because obviously there's some expectations that come with winning.
Well, look, Mike, when you got a Jalen Waddle and you got a Tyreek Hill, you can compete against anybody.
And Waddle's playing tonight.
Right.
Waddle's playing.
And Tua's he's played well. He's played well. I got to give him his flowers. He played well. So for me, it's like
8 TDs, 2 picks, almost 1,000 yards.
That'll work.
Yeah. And you win. And so, but I just like Cincy's spot here. I just think the Dolphins are, riding a high after beating the Bills. Everybody's crowning the Bills as the Super Bowl champion this year. A lot of people are picking them to win. So, to beat them, that takes a lot out of you, and your emotions are high. So I think the Bengals need to win more. So
absolutely,
that's my reasoning.
I got one more for you guys, and this is like, if you thought the last one was crazy, listen to this, okay? Since 2015, teams coming off an outright win as a dog that are also underdogs on TNF, they're 0-12 straight up.
I like
They're 1-11 against the spread when they're playing on the road, like the Dolphins. 0-8 straight up and against the spread. This is a horrible spot, guys.
That's a good stat, dude. I like that.
I know. I really wanted to go Bengals on the spread, though. I'm going to just say this. I'm going to go Bengals money line and Dolphins on the spread. Because the Bengals have not, they've not exactly been consistent. And their secondary really hasn't been challenged yet. If you look at it, like this is a test.
They should tonight.
Their secondary right now, like their pass defense, I believe, is in the top 3. And that is totally deceiving. And you saw, Tyreek Hill's ready for Eli Apple. Shouldn't have much of a problem.
Yeah, but that resonates with the defense too. If somebody's talking about my teammate like that, I'm gonna want to play harder for him.
Tyreek better put on though, because last time we saw him, he got shut down.
Yeah.
With Eli and
Mahomes.
Yeah.
So there you have it. All right. You guys got Bengals both ways. I got Bengals and Dolphins on the spread. So I'm saying some sort of history's happening tonight. At least recent.
It should be a good game, Al.
They just seem to be a little lucky, and sometimes that's a good thing.
The ball has bounced their way.
Fourth quarters,
That's a good thing.
luck.
You need luck.
I'd rather have that than not.
Now, if the Bengals have been playing sharp, I'd be
take it
saying
without.
something else. All right. Are you guys ready to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Oh, wait, actually, the over-under.
Yeah, shoot.
All right. 49. Your thoughts?
Under.
Oves. Over.
Under.
Just taking a guess?
No. That's just like you said that stat last week that the majority of them
Oh,
go
the
under.
prime time unders.
Prime time under. So to me, I like to fade a
Trying
little
to
bit.
scream.
And to me, I always
Last
like to
week was
go
over.
laws of
I'm
average.
going unders.
Oh, it was because of that crazy touchdown.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Yep.
that. I'm still saying overs. I forgot about
it.
that.
Took
to hear that.
it took
I'm
an
glad- I'm glad-
absolutely insane, once in
Forgot.
a long time kind of a touchdown. Here's a stat, and this is it for this game. The under has hit in the Bengals' past 8 games. Give me the under.
Shit.
It's prime time under too. It's just screaming at me. All right.
The audience agrees with us too. Everybody's taking the Bengals.
Yeah,
I don't like
see
that.
Why? 55% of the money is on Miami. Who cares what they
Yeah,
say?
actually, our fans know.
Everybody else does.
Our fans
If
know
they
what they're
didn't put money
talking
in
about.
See the under from Godfather. Yep,
Our audience knows what they're talking about.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
they do. They're smart
right.
audience.
Yeah, they follow the best fucking podcast on the net.
Been
Come on,
screaming it.
of course.
All right. Ready, Philly Phil? Sunday afternoon. Dougie P. coming back to Philadelphia. Super Bowl winning head coach Dougie P. Excuse me. People seem to forget this, all right? That man never got enough respect. So, Dougie P, 2-1 with a top 10 defense and top 10 offense. The Eagles are top 10 on both sides, too. Both of these teams are the only two teams in the entire NFL that can say that they have top 10 units on both sides of the ball.
They have number 6 offense.
Crazy, right? The Jags are one of those teams. In case you missed what I just said.
Nope. Dougie P. I'm
All
not
right.
surprised.
Now.
Jags at Eagles. And I believe it's still, 6.5. All right. So the first thing. I mean, I'll ask you guys this. I don't think it's going to be a wild discussion. Dougie P's getting a standing O, right?
Absolutely.
Like, if I hear one boo, I might have to drive over there and
Nobody's booing
strangle somebody.
Yeah, no, nobody's booing him. He didn't leave like on bad terms like Wentz did. It wasn't anything.
Because you
like
get that faction of the fan base, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you boo this man, you have problems.
There's no
How
way.
many Super Bowls?
There's no way. He's the only coach that led us to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
With a backup quarterback. There's no way.
That's what I'm thinking too. But, it should be overwhelmingly positive. Can the Jags pull an upset here, guys?
I don't, again, for the, like with this game for me, the Jags have 2 back-to-back blowouts. And I just, it's the homecoming for Dougie P. There's going to be emotions for him. I mean, I don't really feel like Nick Sirianni has any emotion towards him or really hurts or anything like that. I like the Eagles both ways. I think they're the better team. I think they're rolling. And until I see a slip-up or I see otherwise, I don't see how the Jags pull this out on the road.
They seem to be well prepared every game. They got the right leadership. Their quarterback has the right mindset and leadership. Theories, what are you thinking?
I like the Eagles in this game. I think they're the better football team. Their defense is playing extremely well the last couple of weeks, and I think Trevor Lawrence, he's been playing really well, but I'm not really fully sold on him completely. I know he's had a couple good games with Dougie P, and I think he'll have a pretty decent year. But when you play an Eagles defense that gets after the quarterback, you got to make quick decisions. I'm going to go Eagles both ways. I know it's enticing to take the Jags at plus 6.5 because, like you said, they have 2 top 10 units on both sides of the ball. So why would it be 6.5 points? So for me, that doesn't really make any sense. Eagles are rolling. I got the Eagles both ways.
I do too, guys.
I expect Jalen Hurts to actually. I would bet he's going to throw over 2 touchdowns and he's going to have a rushing touchdown.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? What are Jalen Hurts and Trevor Lawrence going to do in this game? Because Trevor Lawrence is